I never thought the person who would ruin my life would be the same person who once cried in my arms, promising forever. My name is Daniel. I was 31 when this happened. I wasn't rich, I wasn't flashy, but I was loyal to a fault, and apparently, that was my biggest mistake. I met Emily at a coffee shop on a rainy Tuesday. She dropped her phone, I picked it up. She smiled like I'd just saved her world. That smile hooked me. 6 months later, we were inseparable. She told me her past was complicated. I told her mine was boring. She laughed and said boring was safe. I believed her. After a year together, Emily lost her job. She cried for days, said she felt useless, said she was scared I'd leave. I didn't. I paid her rent, her groceries, her car insurance. I told myself this is what partners do. She started spending more time on her phone, though. When I asked, she said, "Stop being insecure, Daniel, you're acting weird." So I apologized. That became the pattern. She'd come home late. She'd cancel plans. She stopped touching me. Whenever I questioned it, I became controlling. One night, I cooked dinner, candles, music, her favorite wine. She came home at 11 p.m., looked at the table, and said, "Wow, you really had nothing better to do, huh?" That sentence broke something in me. 2 weeks later, her phone buzzed while she was showering. I wasn't proud of what I did next. But I looked. The message read, "Last night was insane, can't wait to do it again, say." My hands started shaking. The contact name was saved as Sarah Work. Emily didn't have a job. When she came out, wrapped in a towel, humming like nothing was wrong, I asked calmly, "Who's Sarah?" She didn't even hesitate. "My cousin." I nodded and said nothing. From that moment, I stopped confronting. Instead, I started observing. I noticed she suddenly had expensive gifts. New lingerie she never wore for me. Random girls' nights every weekend. I installed a phone tracker on the tablet she forgot was synced. What I found destroyed me. She was seeing Mark. Married. 42 years old. CEO of a mid-sized tech company. And here's the worst part. She knew he was married. She bragged to her friends about it in texts. "His wife is so boring, I'm everything she's not." I paid her bills while another man paid for her silence. The final straw came at a party. Her friends were drunk, laughing. One of them said loudly, "So, Emily, how's it feel dating two men at once?" Everyone laughed. Emily laughed the loudest. Then she looked at me and said, "Relax, babe, it's a joke. Don't be so sensitive." That night, while she slept peacefully next to me, I made a decision. I wasn't going to scream. I wasn't going to beg. I wasn't going to expose her immediately. I was going to destroy her carefully. I spent 3 weeks preparing. I gathered screenshots, voice notes, hotel receipts, bank transfers from Mark to Emily. I learned everything about Mark, his company, his investors, his wife's charity work. Then I did something Emily never expected. I proposed. She cried, said yes, posted it everywhere. Her caption, "Finally found my forever." People congratulated her. Mark liked the photo. I emailed Mark's wife. Not anonymously. I sent everything. Every message, every receipt, every lie. I ended the email with one sentence. I thought you deserved the truth more than I deserved revenge. She replied 2 hours later. Thank you. The next morning, Mark's company stock dropped 18%. By evening, he resigned. Emily came home furious. Do you know what happened to Mark? I looked confused. Who's Mark? She froze. 3 days later was our engagement party. Friends, family, laughter. Emily looked radiant. I stood up to give a speech. I smiled and said, Emily taught me something very important, that love without honesty is just manipulation. I connected my phone to the TV. Messages appeared. Silence filled the room. Her face went white. I finished with, so this ring isn't a promise, it's a reminder, never betray someone who loved you quietly. I placed the ring on the table and walked out. Emily lost everything. Her friends abandoned her. Mark disappeared. Her reputation followed her everywhere. I never answered. Last I heard, she moved cities, changed her name on social media. Me? I rebuilt. Slowly, quietly. And this time, I chose peace over chaos. Revenge doesn't always scream. Sometimes it just walks away and lets the truth burn everything behind it.